There's a lot to learn along the path of building a successful business and attaining perpetual wealth. You'll need to learn about marketing, sales, customer service, not to mention the ever-evolving sort of array of changes in technology. But it's not enough to just learn new skills. You must also be in the habit of unlearning. We've all adopted some unhelpful habits over the years, ones that can actually impede us in making progress toward our financial goals. The question is, if you are able to unlearn these habits and relearn or teach yourself new ones. It takes time to change, and it rarely happens overnight. Studies have shown that it can take at least 21 days to make a new habit stick. Now that's true in some cases, such as picking up a new exercise or work routine. But the problem is that some of our old habits are so deeply ingrained in us that they take much longer to unlearn. I've seen plenty of people over the years fake it with picking up a new habit for that 21-day window, but then quickly reverting back to the same challenges they had to begin with. The real key is in making a significant personal change is to replace your old habits with new ones. Habits make up a huge portion of our lives. It's those things that we do on autopilot each day without even thinking of them that determine where we end up. It will save you enormous amounts of time and efforts if you can put the right habits into place. As an example of a time saver habit, some busy executives like President Obama and Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg have adopted the habit of wearing only a few outfits that they select from on any given day. By setting a habit in which they know in advance what they're going to wear, they save up valuable time and decision-making energy for more important and strategic considerations. I've benefited enormously in setting up better habits from learning how to better harness my subconscious. Repetition will help instill new ideas and behaviors in you if you have the subconscious on board. It requires that you are beginning to deliberate what it is you'll allow to seep into your subconscious. You need to be literally programming these thoughts rather than allowing any stray concerns to seep into and throw off your focus. This is where my PPMs or personal programming methods come into effect. They allow you to align your outermost and innermost thoughts, feeding yourself daily with personal activity and maintain a focus on wanting to improve and continue toward where you ultimately want to end up each and every day. It goes without saying that some of the habits that we must eliminate first and foremost pertain to spending behaviors. This may seem to fit more into the realm of personal finance than business, but you absolutely need extra capital and liquid funds to be able to fully take advantage of business opportunities that come up. This means that you need to be very careful about what it is that you're spending your funds on. You may need to move to a less hip or vibrant part of town for lower rents, but you'll be very glad that you did in the long run. All of those incidental costs, everything from taxes and utilities to repairs and maintenance, can add up dramatically. Ask yourself if it is really what you want to have been put on your planet to do, to serve as the overseer for a faculty or a bit of land. I suspect that you would rather be served by freeing up more of your funds and times to direct your talents elsewhere. The same principle applies to spending excessive amounts of your net income on expenses and assets that depreciate immediately or provide little value, such as car expenses, gambling, and shopping splurges. It can be tough to walk back from a lifestyle that you've grown accustomed to in terms of your spending, so this habit is indeed something that it may take some time to change. Another habit that can pay major dividends if you break is watching excessive amounts of television. Surveys of very successful and high net worth individuals reveal that very few spend any significant portion of their time passively consuming entertainment compared to the average person. They simply value their time too much, to be putting too much into an activity that is taking time away from them without providing any substantial return. You'll most assuredly see major changes in your life if you can replace your television habit with one centered around active and purpose-driven reading. Staying on top of the latest developments in your field of expertise is one of the most surefire ways to stay ahead of your competition, and investments in reading time will never be regretted if you are doing it with the intention. Adopt the habit of reading voraciously every day, beginning with the news in your area of expertise, let's say. It all begins with identifying the habits in your life that have held you back and why you persist in doing them. It's not enough to identify the negative behavior itself, but you must also figure out the triggers that compel you to do it. As an excellent example, Bill Wilson, who founded the highly influential organization that has helped millions to stop one of their most troubling habits. He is the creator of Alcoholics Anonymous, which was sparked by his own struggles with drinking. Bill's insight that helped save his sight was to determine that his drinking was driven by anxiety. He was able to find other ways of coping with this problem that weren't so destructive to his health and relationships as drinking. He learned that it helped to eliminate the triggers and desires that led to this behavior. So someone not wanting to drink would stop hanging around bars. Someone seeking to watch less television would keep the remote control somewhere that wasn't easy to find. Instead, keep a reading device or a stack of books by your bed. Make it easy to default into the behavior that you want to see. Over time, you'll not even need to remind yourself to do it. It'll become effortless. Be easy on yourself as well. Know that we all struggle with addictions and habits that are hard to break. But luckily, there are countless others who have come before you, who have learned how to reduce their destructive habits by focusing on the positive and making steady progress in their life toward what they want to build. You can do this too, and you can replace the behaviors, whatever they are, by doing simple things that you choose in your life. Using mantras, using PPMs to replace those bad habits with the ones you want. Taking you a step toward each day all of the things that it is that you want to acquire and that you want to do. Be sure to check out my website, TonyNewmeyer.com, and you can also order my book there, The 7-Minute Millionaire. Be sure also to follow me on Facebook and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next time, be sure and live rich.